my name is Kate. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So today I wanted to take a moment to share my November colouring plans with you. And as you might be able to see, I've got quite a big stack of books over here next to me. So some of them are plans for November specifically, but some of them are also plans for things that I would like to complete by the end of the year. And I will talk a little bit more about that when I get to those books. So without any further ado, let's jump right in and see what I've got in my plans for November. So first off, for the month of November, I've got two body colours planned. The first one is in Cozy Spaces by Rada Prince. Me and my buddy are going to be doing this page. And as you will see later, when I show you my randomized prompts for the month, you will see that this page will also go very nicely for one of those prompts as well. Then I have another buddy, and this one is in Catitude by Camilla Derricourt. Again, me and my buddy will be doing this page. I loved colouring in this book in October, and I'm so excited to get another page done in it. And look at this cute little cat. He's so wet and soaked through from the rain. I think it will be a really fun one to do. So those were the two buddy colours that I've got planned this month. Before we go any further, let me insert the clip of me randomizing my two prompts for the month here so that you can see it. And don't forget that my list of prompts is available from my Ko-fi shop, which is linked in the description box if you are interested. So as you can see, I drew the prompts a hobby and winter. So let's go back to the Cozy Spaces page just for a quick second. I thought this would be perfect for the prompt a hobby because this little girl is just sitting here. She's looking all cozy and she's reading her book. And reading is one of my favorite hobbies other than coloring. So I'm very excited that this page fit the prompt I drew so nicely. Then, because I've got quite a lot of other things planned for this month, I decided to choose a couple of easy options for the prompt winter. So from Matchstick Mouse, I chose two possible pages. Either this one where Matchstick is all cuddled up under this little blanket with a hot cup of tea. I know it's raining outside here, but this could still easily be winter in my mind. The other option would be this one with, you know, the snow and everything. This one definitely says winter. So we'll see which one of the two I feel like colouring when I get to this book. So in terms of monthly prompts and challenges this month, there are two that I would like to contribute to. The first one is the Alice in Wonderland November Mad Tea Party by Finding Joy in Colour, and she's also joined by a couple of other ladies this year. So I thought my Sweet and Simple Whimsy Girls, which is also my project book, so I would be colouring a page in this book anyway. I thought it's perfect for this because it's got this whole Wonderland section with all these Alice themed pictures. And I've not coloured any of these pages. So, you know, there are 5 in here to choose from. All Alice themed, and all of them would be great for this challenge. So I really want to get one of those done in November. I also do like to try to get a page done for the AC Any Day hashtag run by Amanda Colours every month. I'm not successful at it every month, but I do put it in my plans every month, you know, with the hope that I will be able to get it done. I don't know which page she has chosen yet, so I will have to wait and see, but I will be putting this in my plans as well. Then for the last hashtag/challenge that I'm currently trying to keep up with, we have Mumu's Obscure Animal Bingo. And we've just started a new bingo card. I've got one animal planned for the last few days of October, so hopefully I will get that one done. But there are lots and lots of animals to choose from for the next few rounds. So I will show you some of the pages that I've been thinking about choosing. First, from Mystic Animals, I chose this crocodile page because crocodile is one of the animals, and it would also help me get a page colored in this book, so there would be one less untouched book in my collection. If you saw the last video on my channel, I do have a challenge to try to color in all my untouched books by the end of this year. So it would be great to have this page double up, both for the bingo but also for that personal challenge as well. Then I also chose a few pages from Meine Reise durch Afrika by Rita Berman. There are lots and lots of pages in this book that would fit for this bingo card. So I will just show you a couple of the ones that I was thinking about doing this month as potential contenders. This one would go for elephant, flamingo, and giraffe. So there are quite a few animals here. But it's not my favorite one from this book that I was thinking about coloring for this month. This one is a definite contender because one of the animals on this bingo card is leopard, and this was actually the only leopard I could find in all of my coloring books. So I will definitely need to be coloring this one. For flamingo, I was also considering these two pages. I've got quite a few pages with flamingos spread out throughout my books, so it might not necessarily be this one, but I would love to get another page done in this book, which again, I will be explaining why after this. And the last page from this book is this one. It has the crocodile, the elephant, and the giraffe. So again, quite a few animals. Of course, I want to get my crocodile page from Mystic Animals, but you know, it never hurts to have an extra little crocodile in there. So that was Meine Reise durch Afrika by Rita Berman. So now I wanted to take a moment just to talk about some of the goals that I set for myself at the start of this year and what I'm still missing to complete those goals and how I want to be working on that for the rest of the year. So first off was my goal of having no untouched books left in my collection, which, as I mentioned, I did talk about in my last video on my channel, where I selected a page from each of these untouched books that I would try to get to by the end of the year. So we already saw my page from Mystic Animals, but I will quickly show you the pages from these other books as well. From Luna Coloring, I would like to do this title page. Again, some of these might not be this month. It could potentially also be in December. From Nature's Magic, I selected this one, which would definitely be more of a December page for me. And as long as I get these done by the end of the year, or get these books colored in, it doesn't even necessarily have to be these pages. As long as I get these books colored in by the end of the year, I will be happy. From Mythographics Wild Summer, I chose this one. But there are also quite a lot of animals from my bingo card in this book. So there are definitely some other options. For example, the flamingos, or this elephant, these giraffes. So lots and lots of options from Mythographics Wild Summer. And then the last one of my untouched books is Elegant Beauties by Elena Lazareva. And I chose this page here. So that's the last one of the untouched books in my collection. Hopefully, I can get to some of them this month and then the rest in December. But you might notice there's still 4 books left over here that I would like to talk about. So these are in 2 different categories. Let me start with this one. So at the start of the year, I set myself a goal to color a certain amount of pages in each of the books that I already owned. So all the books that I purchased before the start of the year. And these 2 books are the only ones that still have 1 page left in each of them to reach that goal. So from Meine Reise durch Afrika, I will definitely be focusing on this leopard page because it will also go for the bingo card. And hopefully that will mean that one page from this book is completed and I've achieved my goal for this one. And then I've also got A Million Mermaids by Lulu Mayo. Again, I've got one more page to go in here to reach my goal. And I'm kind of leaning towards this page here at the moment. I did a little flip through to see what was kind of speaking to me. And I think this one could be a lot of fun with these two little seahorses. I also like that it's got the mermaids here along the edge and that it's quite a nice and contained circular motif. But again, of course, when I come to coloring this book, it could end up being something completely different. We'll have to wait and see. But it would be really nice to get another page done in this book so I can reach that goal. And then the last two books that I've got here are not really related to a goal that I set at the start of the year, because I didn't realize at the time that this would be something. I don't want to say that it was, a problem, because I don't think whips are a problem. But at the start of the year, I didn't really have enough books, and I wasn't, really at the stage in my coloring where I was leaving any whips. I started one page and I finished it before I started, a new one. But over the course of this year, I have managed to accumulate 2 long-term whips, so one in each of these books. So let me show you what we've got to work with. Again, this wasn't really a goal that I set at the start of the year, but I would still like to complete these 2 whips by the end of the year if possible. So from Moon Valley, I've got this double page spread here. I did the background for this in my video where I prepared pages to take with me on my summer holiday. So obviously I had big plans to color in this book over the summer. And I did get all the other pages that I had done the background for completed, either while I was away or shortly after I came back. But this double page spread is still left. In reality, I don't think, this would take me a whole lot of time. It's not a very complicated illustration, and I find that Maria's illustrations are quite quick for me to color. So it would be really nice to get it done by the end of the year. And then from Symphony of Cute Animals, I've also got this page that I did the background for back in June, I think. Yes, it must have been June because it was for my Color the Oceans hashtag that I was running. But then I ended up getting quite busy and I just never came back to complete this page. Again, it's not a super complicated page and I don't think it would take too long. But I would really like to get it done before the end of the year, so I'm not bringing lots of whips with me into the new year. Okay, so those were all the plans that I had to share today. If you would like to do a buddy color in any of these books for any of these pages, please do let me know. I love doing buddy colors. They're so much fun and it really helps motivate me to get those pages done. So I would be very happy if you would, leave me a comment or send me a DM over on Instagram. I would also love to hear if you have any 2025 coloring goals that you have yet to reach and what your plans are for November. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos from me. Thank you so much for watching today and I'll see you next time. Bye!